What is up, y'all? It's the Eric V, your stream teach here, and I'm here today with a product review for a product that is not made by Elgato for once. What I have here today is the ClonerAlliance Flint 4KP Plus, which is a capture card that has passed through a 4K 60 and a capture rate of 1080p 60. So is this worth your time and money? Let's find out. Class is in session. So my favorite thing about the Flint 4KP Plus is its physical design. I think it is sleek. It feels like a premium product. It's very solid, and it has its HDMI ports on the same side, which is something that I mentioned in the HD60 X review, which is unlike the HD60 S Plus, which has similar specifications to this. Even though the HDMI ports are on one side, we have the USB-C port on the other side. So the way my TV setup works, I have my consoles on one side of the room, and then my coffee table, and then myself. So the Flint 4KP Plus is able to sit neatly in the middle of everything that's going on, and it makes the most sense out of all the capture cards that I've used so far. Along with that USB-C port, you also have a line out, a microphone, and a line in port for all of your needs when it comes to audio. And as you can see from the footage, the Flint works fairly well with low latency. And of course, with it being a capture card, you can connect a DSLR camera to it and use it as sort of a cam link to connect a DSLR camera directly to your computer, so you can use your nice mirrorless cameras as a webcam. Unfortunately, the 4KP Plus does not feature HDR. You would have to get the 4KP Pro in order to get those features. My other gripe about the Flint is the price, because it's not as competitive as Elgato's HD60 S Plus, which sports the same specifications with also less latency. This could be a bit of a tough sell, especially when you're going up against something as mainstream as Elgato's capture card line. With the HD60 Plus recently dropping in price down to $150 from its typical $200 price point, and it having HDR capabilities, it makes it very tough to recommend the Flint 4KP Plus at its current price of $165.99 from their website. But I will say, if you do buy it, make sure you buy it from its website and not from other sellers like Newegg or eBay, because as you can see on the right, the prices are grossly inflated from those sources. So if you buy it directly from ClonerAlliance. So with that being said, who is the Flint 4KP Plus for? If you hate Elgato for some reason and you want to get a different product, this is a great alternative. If you don't have a set that has HDR or HDMI 2.1 or any type of 120 FPS capabilities, I would say that this is your go-to. Or maybe you're annoyed tripping over your cords, or your HD60 S dangling between your consoles and your computer, and you wanted something with a little bit more good professional form factor. Currently, the specs leave a bit to be desired, with the HD60X by Elgato being a few dollars more expensive. Honestly, if you had a choice and you had a little bit more extra money, I would recommend going the HD60X route instead of going the Flint 4KP or the HD60 S Plus route, if you can afford it. That's future-proofing, and you're leaving yourself to not spending money later.
Here comes a new challenger!
Okay, so this video was originally going to be very short. I was done editing it, and then I ran into some weird things as I was researching things while editing. So let me just go over those right now. First of all, this is the card that is being reviewed in this video. If I click buy now from ClonerAlliance, we see that the price is $165.99. I referred to the ClonerAlliance 4KP Pro, which on Amazon is $182, which this is comparable to the HD60X if what I'm reading on Amazon's site is true, where we have 1080p 120 FPS video capture and 2K 144 FPS input being supported. That is not something that is on ClonerAlliance's website when you look at the 4KP Pro's page. Now, the 4KP Pro has HDR included. I'm not sure if it has the 120 FPS, but it doesn't say that anywhere on this product's page. So the interesting thing that I wanted to show y'all is that if I click buy now here, the 4KP Pro, which is superior to the 4KP Plus, whether it has the 120 FPS or not, is cheaper than the inferior product, rendering the 4KP Plus obsolete. Keep that in mind. My recommendation is fully for the 4KP Pro, which is a competitor for the HD60 S, which is almost $50 cheaper than Elgato's product. So this was weird, but I had to include it. If you have any further questions about the Flint 4KP Plus, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you like the video, then like the video. Class dismissed. Shout out to Corliss and Dr. J for being tier 3 patrons. You shouldn't have breathed into my hand. Okay, so I was opening doors. I guess I just forgot that I was pulling levers, opening new doors.